All right, what's going on, guys? We are here with our first interview of the day. We're live at Digilogue Days in Brooklyn, New York. We have the amazing Aria Lanelle, who's an R&B artist that I recently found and honestly just could not get enough of. You have an amazing voice.
Thank you so much.
So to start out, like I said, this will be more of a conversation than anything, but I really wanted to. I'm a bit of a nerd, so like I watch a lot of superhero movies. I read a lot of comic books.
Same.
So this is the first question, and I have to ask it this way. Tell me your origin story. I want to know your origin story, how you got to where you're at.
Okay, my origin story, I'm a nerd, and I really, really love music, and I've loved music my whole entire life. There's video of me at 6 months old, bouncing around to the Clark sisters, right? And so I heard Whitney Houston sing "I Believe in You and Me."
Oh, so
I
good.
was single digits, right? And I was literally okay, I know what I want to do for the rest of my life. And so ever since then, it's been my mission to be an artist and to be a great vocalist.
I love that. I mean, honestly, I feel like when you listen to vocalists, it's hard when you grow up listening to Whitney and artists
Oh
like
my
that to
God.
not be into really singing. Who was some of the other influences that you had growing up? Who were some of the artists that you were listening to in the house? What were your parents listening to?
Okay, so I grew up in a really, really churchy household, so a lot of what I listened to was gospel music, 90s gospel, early 2000s gospel, Mary, Kirk Franklin.
Nice.
But then also because those artists are funk, so my grandma would she had funkadelic records.
Amazing.
And all of that, and I love funk, and that just as a result.
I love that. I'm a big Kim Burrell fan.
I met her.
That's super sick.
She was you sounded so good, and I was okay.
Also, Marvin Sapp.
Woo.
Yeah, I got some random gospel deep cuts. I got super into it when I lived in Nashville, and there was a guy I was working for in the studio, and he was just like, "If you want to sing runs,
Right.
you have to listen to these people." And that was the point for me where I dove into gospel head first.
Period.
And then also from that, now when I listen to Jodeci, and I hear the gospel
They're
flips,
deacons.
it's amazing.
They are church deacons.
I love it. All right, so one of the things that we do on stream, which is a big part of our community, everything, is listening to music and giving feedback. So we are going to do kind of a live version of that right now. But tell us a little bit about the song that you want to play. Just give it a little bit of an introduction, what inspired it, what was the process like making it for you?
Okay, so the song that I want to play is my latest single called Isolation. And just like it says, I wrote it in isolation. I actually wrote it during quarantine. And I was talking to someone, and you couldn't meet each other, anything like that. So I was writing about, oh my God, I hate this long distance thing, and I don't know what's gonna happen. It feels like it's the end of the world. I don't know what's going on. So I just wrote all of that out, and it was actually for another artist. I was working with a producer. Normally I produce myself, but this time I was working with another producer, and he was like, wait a minute, this artist is not gonna be able to replicate the melody or the background vocals or anything. Please release it yourself, please. And he mixed it, he had it mixed for me, paid for it and everything. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I dropped it, and people loved it.
Look, that doesn't mean that somebody else won't come along and take it one day.
Right,
We see that happen all the time.
Right.
But that's really cool. I mean, to have the producer be like, no one can replicate this. That had to feel good, surely.
Just a little bit.
I love it. All right, let's play the song. We'll get into it. We'll give it a little bit of feedback.
Okay.
And yeah, sorry if I talk over it. If I get excited, I just talk.
You're totally good.
All right, this is Isolation by Aria Lanelle. Let us know what you think in the chat, and as always, please be respectful. I love the guitar already.
It don't do no good to want what I can't have. Separated by miles in crazy circumstance. And one minute by one, you make my love come down.
The runs. You already do the vocal gymnastics. It makes me so happy to listen to.
If I were there in your part of town, isolation got me going crazy, got my body hot. Tell me how you, baby. Isolation, you don't make it easy. I got you on rock. Tell me how you please me. Isolation.
I love love the melody choices.
Thank you.
Yeah, and the vocal layering too. There's just something so warm
You're
about it.
making it worse. These texts that you're sending me, it's as good as it gets, but I want more than you're teasing. And one by one, you make my love come down.
It's like 3 different octaves you just hit.
Yeah, what would you do if I were there in your part of town? Isolation.
I love that.
Thank you.
I love the simplicity in the production. I like that it's not too complicated and it really focuses on the vocal. You can do a lot with your voice, and it's super impressive, honestly.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think that was like probably the first thing that really drew me to you when I was listening to was just like the things that you were doing vocally. Like they're not every singer can do that.
Thank you. Thank you. That means a lot.
Yeah, no, of course. Just to close out, because we only have a couple minutes left, but I'm curious, as an independent artist, what do you think some of the challenges that you faced this year are? And also, what are some of the things that you're looking forward to going into 2025 as well?
Challenges, the ups and downs of the industry right now. Like,
Oh, God, yeah.
I don't really know what's happening necessarily in the industry, so I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go forth with my vision, and I'm excited because I have like a debut album dropping early next year.
Oh, make sure you let
and
us know when that comes.
I absolutely will. I have another single coming out, like Pink Sifu is the feature on
that's sick.
it. So I'm really, really excited about all of the music coming out soon.
That's super exciting. You also did a song with Duran Bernard,
I sure
who I
did.
also love. How did that come about?
Again, quarantine, like everybody wanted to collab and things like that, and he was just like, I just want to work, I just want to collab with like new vocalists, I don't care if you're famous, not famous. And so I hit him up, and he was like, I really like this song.
I love
And
that.
it was recently in the CW's All-American this season. So
Congratulations, that's awesome.
Thank you.
I love that for you. Let everybody know where they can follow you and find you. Obviously, for you guys in the chat, this is a big thing we like to do when we're listening to artists. Pull them up, go follow them, go support. It's easy. You don't have to do anything but just click a button and then double click a couple times and support. So let them know where everybody can find you at.
Well, I'm at Aria Lanelle on literally every single platform. It's really easy, and I'm on all streaming platforms as well.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank
It was
you
so
for
nice to meet you.
having me. So
Of
nice
course.
meeting you.